Right, so this is round 1 of the style Just Championship, and this is qualifying where we're going through and showing qualifying of this, which is done in 2 ways. Well, not done in 2 ways, done 2 qualifying runs, so the best score is done out of 100 from there, like down to 0, or I'm not good at explaining it because it's kind of a hard thing. So the best score is out of the 2 runs is done out of 100, and 100 is like the best qualifying score, and then you can get like an 80 like what I did, or like 90s or something, so it's around that range. So let's just go through this one. I've muted the video when I was recording this, so you didn't hear the commentators. So yeah, let's just watch this. So this is qualifying run number 1, which is not the best run I did during this one. This is on Fukushima, I think it's called. And yeah, this is not the best qualifying run that I did. This was just like the first one, and it's not the best because it was just on like the rumble strips, and on the last inner clip there I was like went too far in, which was not needed to go in that far. So just needed to just do well and get enough to just go on the scoreboard. And then next one, which is coming up next, where is it? This is the second one. This was better. Didn't really touch the inside clips. Didn't really like touch the rumble strips on the inside in this bit here, so it was a bit more clean, not as like wobbly. Just no dropping off. This bit I would have done a bit better if I just gone in a little bit sooner just to get that in the clip. But this run here got me a 79-point run. So it was enough to get me into battles, which is now going to top 32, which I forgot who I was against for the first one. I think it was Andreas. I forgot his last name. Yeah, so this was top 32, which you do qualifying then top 32, so this was top 32 of that. Then after that it goes to top 16, so this is my lead run. I'm in the grey R34 Skyline, and chasing me is, I think, Andreas, I think his name is. So it should start soon. Good. Yeah, there we go. So my lead run was good, just like trying to not do any stupid mistakes to not lose this battle. I'm doing well. Not making any weird transitions or anything. Just keeping the flow, just making sure it's good on the track. Now it switches over for me following, which is the chase run, which was good. I could have done better because it was like my first time actually being in a battle. It was kind of exciting for me because it was like I'd done an esports competition before and never qualified for any of them, and then this one I actually managed to for all the rounds, well, most of the rounds, and then the last 2 I didn't really, so it was kind of nice to actually do this and actually compete on this one. It was actually kind of nice instead of just like sitting there and watching a bunch of drivers who I'm friends with just do very well. Which this chase one was very good for me. I actually did very well. I just didn't like make any mistakes from behind. He was making quite a lot of mistakes. Don't know what was happening with him. I think he was having wheel problems. I did contact him on the front wheel though, but I think that's because he was quite slow and it was kind of difficult for me to follow. So that win came to me. I forgot what score it was, but it came to me. It was still good. I don't think me and Andreas battled since. This is top 16. This is against BMC. A good friend of mine who runs DWYB events on Facebook and stuff, and they're like match series. So this was my lead run. It was a good lead run. Didn't try to do anything stupid again. Just tried to keep a good run for him to follow and like not make any mistakes. He actually did good following me, which if he didn't make a mistake in the lead, he probably would have won the battle, which was really good. Yeah. Or it would have been a one more time or something because it was really good. And then switching over to my chase. We'll do it soon. Takes a bit of time because I forgot to cut it and do this. Yeah, here's my chase. So when I said about his mistake, you'll see when it goes into the second corner what happens. At the time, I'm pretty sure he didn't have a clutch on his pedals. He only had a like just a brake and an accelerator, and then just this bit here, which he kind of needed the clutch just to do something or shallow up. So he just went straight into the wall, and then that just came to me because he just zeroed his run. So it was just good, clean, no problems. And then this is where it went kind of wrong for me on round 1, because it was kind of like not like I didn't really know what was happening with him, because you'll see in a minute, like I'll show now. When we were in like the drivers like Discord voice chat, they said 3, 2, 1, go, and then I launched, and then he didn't move, so I just waited for him to go, and then he just launched out of nowhere. So I was just like kind of left behind, which was kind of like, oh well. But I did well for round 1 of the competition, and then just like that was just it, because I was just nowhere to be seen. So it was just an inactive chase, so he just automatically won it, unless I did something just to like make it a 1 more time, or make him force a mistake for it to be made a 1 more time, or make it more of a chance for me to get something. That was like his lead run, because he was a higher qualifying than me. And then this was my lead. I was trying to do just anything I can just to make it 1 more time, which was very messy, so I don't know. Just trying to do anything just to make it a 1 more time, or just get it in my favor, but it didn't work out for me anyway, so just tried to do anything I could, but didn't really work out. So now we're going on to round 2. So after that was the top 8 of round 1, where I made it up to, and then thinking the driver's point standings, that put me in like 7th or something. So now this is round 2, which is Texas, and this is my first qualifying, which is the better out of the 2 runs. I seem to do this with qualifying. I seem to have one really good run and then one really like shocking run for me to have, but with this run it was actually pretty decent and good. Just did everything I can not to make any mistakes. It's a fast flowing track. I sticked with the R34 because it was a good chassis, I know, and good for me. Didn't make any mistakes, just got all the clipping points. It was good. I think that was like an 83 or something. It was an 86, I think. I'm not sure. And then this is the second one, which was the first one out of the 2. I tried to go on like this third outer clip. Yeah, third outer clip. I tried to go a bit further out, but it didn't really work. So I was just kind of like just went off course, because I tried to go a bit further out just to show more flow, but instead just sent it too far off course and just messed up the rest of my run for the rest of the course. I have no idea why it's lagging. Like a slight bit of like stuttering. I think it's on their end probably. Yeah. But then on the battles, which was like my problem for this, so I was having Wi-Fi issues during this round, and then I was just lagging, so I just tried to give him some distance, not like ruin his run. So I tried to like just not do anything just to make it good and stuff. But I was just lagging all over the place, which was really annoying, because I knew I could actually go on Ray's door and like make it a good run, but it sucks. And it was just what it was. I knew I could have just like chased him really well, but it didn't really work out in my favor for it. Then going on to my lead, still having Wi-Fi problems. It was kind of I was trying to see what it was, but my ping was fine, so I don't know what the problem was with it. So yeah, it was annoying, because this track is very good, and very good tandems can happen, and very good battles can be made out of it, as from like Formula Drift. But instead I was just lagging and having Wi-Fi problems, which sucked for me. So it was just, I thought it was him, but it turned out to be me. So I was just, at this time, I thought it was just not me. But it is what it is. It's not as bad as it made seem. But so on to the next one, which is round 3, which is Rockingham. This is my first qualifying, which again was the better out of the two. Again, and then just didn't want to make any mistakes during this one because this is a very easy track and you can make mistakes as well very easily, and just kind of focusing on just not like crashing into any of the walls or doing anything of that sort. It would just ruin the run and just having to throw it away. But no, I did actually very well, just got all the clipping points I needed to, kept the angle very well, and then just made it all the way through the course. And then that was the first one, and as I said before, my first one was the bear run. That was an 86, I believe. This one was the ruined run because I just like sent it too far in and just like nearly spun, but almost saved it. This was like a low 50s run, I think. So I don't know. It was kind of not the best one for me, but we'll make do with it. So it's just good enough to actually do something and not make a mistake that's going to just zero the run. But it was still enough to get me into battles. Was the first run, going on to the first run again. So in Texas I lost in top 32 because of ping, and then in this one I lost in top 32 because it was a slight contact. And plus, so on this lead run I did like an amazing lead run, did everything I can just to try to get away from, just to create a gap. I knew this is Marco's clutch on Instagram. Knew that I could just like be fast and try and like create a gap because he's a very good driver and he has a whole very good Instagram to follow and very great driver. But as you can see, just that was going towards me in my favour from what I remember. It was quite a while ago when this was done. But then when it came over to my case, oh yeah, this is where I had like Wi-Fi problems, so it was kind of loading. Hang on, it'll give it a sec. There we go, yeah. So this is my base run, which was kind of, it was great because I could actually follow someone and actually be on their door. I didn't want to like force him to make a mistake or anything. I was just trying to stay with him, not cause him to crash. I just stayed with him, not destroying anything on like his door or anything. So I just tried to keep it clean, just be safe and not like ruin the car in any way or zero myself out so I lose it just automatically. But in that slight bit there where we go into that last transition, I contacted him, so that's what made me like back up a little bit. But he won the battle, so that was a top 32 loss again. And then this is round 4, which is Autodrome Trachea, which was in Ukraine, I think. Could be wrong. This is where, like, in the season, it kind of went a bit downhill for me because it was kind of not the best. Because I didn't really enjoy this track because it wasn't the best track, and it was like where we were entering on was either on a bump or off of a bump, so it was kind of just bumping the car. So I was struggling just to get the car around the course. So it was just kind of difficult to do the course. And then my second one wasn't even any better as well, because both of them weren't enough to get into battles. So it was just needed to be. But it was good. It was still a great season up till this point. I made a lot of great friends and a lot of great battles, and so it was great for it. And then the last one was Tsukuba, I think that's how you pronounce it. This one was actually a really fun track. It was really fast and really like just keep your foot down, because that was all you need to do on this track. So you just need to keep your foot down and just not make any mistakes where it was just going to cause you to go off track. And again, didn't have very good scores because it is also with that a very difficult track just to do. but overall it was still a fun season, and I hope to try and get my pro license, which was what this was for, which was called which was called Virtual Drift Championship, where there's a lot of pros like Connor Shanahan, Mitch Lana, Alec Conadale, and a bunch of others. Just to like try and battle them would be great, because battling a pro from around the world would be great for me to see where I can improve on as a virtual semi-professional driver. I'd like to say, but I don't think I'm semi-professional. But yeah, it was kind of like that. But this track was just like great because it was just fast and a lot of flow to it. So hopefully from this, it's just to do more tracks like this, so it's more flowing and a lot of speed to them. But it was really good still to have a track like this and change it up a little bit. So I think this was the better run out of my 2 runs, but it wasn't like enough to get me into battles or anything. So it was just still a great run to have, because it was just not going to do anything of the sort where it was going to be like destroying my whole season and just ruining it. It was more just being involved with the whole championship was great, but with that I also made some difficult runs and difficult things within doing this whole championship. But hopefully from it we can do another championship and hopefully do well again. But as well, that didn't really happen, because I only made it into the 18th spot of the point standings, which was still good in the cut-off point for getting a pro license for next season, which is this season coming up, was the 16th point, so like 16th spot. And I was 18th, so I was only 2 off, so it was still good. And hopefully, I know they're doing Virtual Drift Championship is doing a few open events during the summer, so hopefully sometime soon. And then I know that bushido style, which is what that championship was, is going to do another one in the winter. Hopefully we can do that one if we don't get it in the summer, and do the one in the winter, which was still fun to do, and it was still a great time, and it was really chill and not like having to do a bunch of things. So hopefully for this season, if they don't do the summer events and it just goes straight to the winter, then hopefully we can just like switch out the car and hopefully go to a different chassis instead of an R34. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk in another video. Peace.